Welcome to Burt Ridgway's Learning for Life, Mountain Dulcimer. This is our first lesson of 2021. We're going to be doing a tune called Golden Slippers. This is sometimes played in the key of G, sometimes played in the key of A, but we're going to be teaching it now in D, and we may show you or just give a quick run through of G and A as well. But chances are you're going to be playing this tune in the key of D if you're playing with other dulcimers or in the dulcimer community. So what we're going to do is, I said we were going to do things differently, and I had some different ideas. One of the things I want to do is slow everything down. So many people just want to learn a song. I had somebody tell me, a teacher say, if I don't give my students a new song every week, they get bored. And that really says more about the student than the teacher. I've said this so many times, people just want to learn songs. They don't want to learn their instrument. So many people have trouble memorizing. So many people have trouble playing up to speed. And if I could come into your home and say, this is what you're going to do, and this is all that you're going to do, I would do that. If I could, I would put out a lesson today and give you this little bit, and then put out a lesson tomorrow and give you this little bit, and put a lesson out the next day and give you this little bit, so that you're forced to do it. I obviously can't do that. And again, it's not about the teacher. It's what the student and how the student desires to learn. And what I'm saying by that is, that doesn't mean because a student just wants a new song every week, that's what's best for the student. So it's kind of an iffy thing. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give you the song in small bite-sized pieces, and we're going to do it a little bit different. So let's get started. And by the way, I want to say this. My job is to work myself out of a job. All right. When I say job, it's not like I'm getting paid, but my goal as a teacher is to work myself out of a job. In other words, so that you can learn the instrument and move on, and hopefully new students pop up, which of course that's how it works. But it's not to keep you and keep you and keep you and keep you as somebody who needs to keep learning. We want you to learn. I want you to learn. I want you to master this instrument. So let's get started. We're going to start on the middle string. Actually, we're going to start on the melody string. I'm sorry. And we're going to start with a double hammer on. So I'm going to pick the melody string, use my ring finger on 1 and my thumb on 2. And what I want you to do is play that with confidence. And then I just want you to do this, and then I want you to do it faster. And then I want you to do it really slow. Slower if you can. And then a medium speed. Now, if you start playing it fast and it gets sloppy, like that, slow down, back up, and just do it where it sounds good. The reason I want you to play it faster is not so that you can play this tune fast, although that's going to help. It's to teach your fingers and build muscle memory. And by varying the speeds of what you're playing, you're building muscle memory in your fingers. So we're going to move on. And all I did there was, here's your hammer-ons. I went out, back on the bass, and across. Now, you could pick single strings, or it doesn't really matter. So what I want you to do is just play this again over and over. What I want you to do is try to jump in and play it along with me. We're going to slowly go faster. I'm going to come to a speed and stick with it. Go a little faster. Then we're going to slow it way down. Speed it up. Now, maybe you can't play it that fast, that's fine. What I want you to do is when you practice this on your own, if you're not going to practice with this, which is fine, is vary your speed. All right, and I want you to do one more thing. I want you to do it hard. And then very soft. And by speeding up, slowing down, playing harder, playing softer, mostly speeding up and down is going to really build the muscle memory. So that phrase is actually repeated twice. We've just repeated it several dozen times probably. The third phrase is going to be very similar. And instead of doing that last strum, you're going to slide your thumb up to 3. So hammer on, out, back, slide the thumb up to 3 and go out. So let's put all 3 together. Let's do that again. You notice I did a hammer on there. It's because my fingers are playing and not my brain. Now, by the way, that's good that my fingers are playing and not my brain, because my fingers will start embellishing on their own, which we're going to be talking about later on. One more time. Slide your thumb down. Just going out, back, out. Put the middle finger down, make an A chord. So, if you can't do that, do not go any farther. And in fact, if you can't do this about this speed, don't go on any farther. In fact, go way back, start all over again, take your time. I don't know how many times I say this, sort of have become, my mantra is, this is not a race, it's a journey. And again, if I were in your home and I saw you were doing this, which is fine, I wouldn't have you move on any farther. So you want to take this little piece, now we're going to move on, but please, 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 if you're not there, just stop. Take your time. Learn it slow. Learn it well. So we got the first part of the verse done. So you're holding this A chord. We're moving on. You're going to put your thumb down on the middle string and slide it from 2 to 3. 2 to 3, strum, or just the first string, doesn't matter, the melody string. So you're just doing a slide, 2 to 3, out, out, back, out. Slow it way down. So you're going to play this, and that comes back on the melody. Twice, and then just like we did the first part, it's going to start the same. And instead of doing this strum, 3, 2, 1, open. Diddy bum, diddy bum, diddy bum. 3, 2, 1, oh, diddy bum. Notice you're holding that A the whole time. Open, diddy bum. So just because you can play the first part and the second part does not mean you can connect them. So let's work on that. Sorry, here we go. Now, you can put a G in there. Where would you put it? When you go up to that 3, stopped here. Repeat it. Okay, so right there, because I'm trying to teach it, I just made a mistake. So what do? You want to isolate that. Now, when I say isolate that, I'm going to have to start over because it's where it connected. Or I could just play the last part of the first part. What I'm saying is, when you practice, you want to practice correctly and you want to practice pretty. If you practice pretty, you'll play pretty. If you'll practice sloppy and just say, well, you're going to play sloppy. So let's do it again. Now, by the way, I could have taken that out and made me look completely perfect. That's just not how it works. If you have this memorized, what do? What I would do is play it about that speed and then try to play it faster. You notice I had hesitation in there, again, because I'm thinking. You want to play it till you don't have that hesitation. And then, once you can play it faster, slow it way down. Now, if you don't want to do the G, don't do it. It's just another opportunity. And you basically want to play it until you really don't have to think so much about it. So there you have the first part. We're going to do the second part next week. I don't want to do it this week. I want you to make sure you work on this, try to get it really down well. Please try the different things I suggested. Slow it down, speed it up, softer, louder. And I want to know what you think. I want your comments. I want your thoughts on this. So please leave a comment below and let me know what you think of what we're doing right now. I ask my patrons a lot. They give me a lot of input of where they want to go with these lessons, not how to teach. And I do ask their input often, but I'm asking everyone now to let me know how you're doing with this lesson, how you like the what I'm teaching. If it works for you, if you have something problem with it or a struggle with it, please leave a comment below and let me know. Thank you, patrons, for your giving, for your support, for your help. And I could not do this without you, especially with things going on now with my wife, and many of you know that. Don't want to get into that right now, but I want to thank you for your help and for your support. And just thank you for all that you do. Anyone who might consider becoming a patron, it would be very greatly appreciated, keeping these lessons alive going. Right now, you have a 24/7 library with which to go through. So thank you, patrons. Thank you all who are watching. Please leave a comment. We will see you all next week for your next lesson. God bless.